Well, welcome along to the second episode in the Circuit Breaker series here on Kranji Racing TV. And I'm very pleased to say that I've been joined by one of the most likable jockeys at Kranji for sure. His name is Harry Kasim, and he very kindly takes time out to join me on the line. Harry, first off, how are you? How are you coping with a Circuit Breaker?
Yeah, good, Nick. Things been okay. Thanks for having me. Hasn't been doing much, to be honest, Nick. Um, but yeah, it's good to be back now. I'm back on the track, doing a little bit of track work. So yeah, pretty excited about that.
And you were telling me, Harry, that because you're PR, I think a bit like one or two of the other jockeys, you're able to get back in and start riding a little bit of track work. How much has that sort of affected your sort of lifestyle at the moment? I guess for a jockey to go 2 months today without racing is absolutely crazy. But at least getting back to track work must be for you the start, and you can see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. You can say, every jockey, all they want to do, be on the horse every single day, pretty much,
Mm.
and especially on the race day. But yeah, for us to be off for close to 2 months, that's a long time, and it drives me a little bit crazy too. Not being able to pet the horse. Like
Yeah,
riding a horse.
yeah,
It's more like a exercise for you at the same time too. And
sure.
been for 2 months, so yeah, it's pretty long time. But like to me, as a PR, pretty lucky that I'll be able to get back to work now. So yeah, it's pretty good.
And what else have you been doing, Harry? Obviously, you're quite active on social media. We see you sort of, scooting around on the motorbikes and playing around with them and different things. Have you been able to keep busy? I know a few of the jockeys have sort of, been out on bikes and riding and running and different things. I mean, you're obviously naturally light. Have you had to really focus on your fitness and your weight, or has that been quite easy for you?
Look, I'm pretty natural lightweight jockey, so I'm not worried too much about my weight. I've been eating a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah, I didn't put much weight at all. I mean, yeah, a couple of kilos. That's about it. And yeah, it's been doing nothing much really. Just helping my wife. She was doing little bit of baking, and selling some stuff online or thing like that.
Sure.
And apart from that, you can see that usually I'll be able to sort of go around on my motorbike and stuff and go back to my Malaysia house in JB. But yeah, I won't be able to do that at the moment. So I'm pretty much stuck in Singapore. But yeah, sort of kill my time and really just sort of hanging around watching TV with my brother-in-law and my father-in-law. Yeah, that's about it really.
I'll tell you what you have been busy doing, and that's growing your hair and growing a beard. That's an impressive beard you've got, Harry, by the way.
Oh yeah, thanks. Luke. Yeah. Well, my wife not pretty happy about this. Like she's keep telling me every single day, shave it off, shave it off. But yeah, yeah. As I said to her, I'll keep it until the
Yeah.
race is now open. So yeah, I think it's gonna grow longer if
Yeah.
the racing stay haven't come back.
Yeah, I think so. I tell you what, you might get a run for your money from Louis Beausoleil. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but he grew a pretty impressive one as well, didn't he?
Yeah. I saw him on his Instagram. He's got the grown a little bit like mustache. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got that.
um,
Look like yeah. Sorry. Mate.
yeah, no, absolutely. No, he's a bit of a character, Louis. That's for sure. Not quite sure if it suits him. I think it suits you better. Well, glad that you're doing well, Harry, and obviously, you seem in pretty good spirits, obviously, with no racing. Let's chat about the racing, as it were. And the first point I wanted to mention was when I was looking at your stats earlier on today. I'm not sure. I presume you're aware of this, but every year since 2013, since Trudeau, you've ridden a feature race winner, Harry, every year. I mean, that's pretty good going.
Yeah, that's pretty much my aim, Nick. I mean, it doesn't matter how many how many wins that I wrote for the year, but my main focus, like to write at least one group one. One group winner every
Mm.
year, and I'm very lucky that I'll be able to do that. Each year that I've got the future win. So and being this year, tough for everybody.
Mm.
But yeah, I've got my group winner so far. So yeah, pretty much hit my target already. But
Yeah.
yeah, of course, I want to go more. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that, and hopefully things stay going in the way that I want to. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. No, obviously, it's certainly a good target to have. Obviously, any feature race is worth winning, and the fact that you can at least win one every year is great. Obviously, you are a Group One winning jockey. We'll get to that in due course, but it leads me on to the fact that your most recent winner was Cyan Blue Vander. Now, he was a pickup ride for you, Harry. Obviously, you're in the right place at the right time. You pick up the ride. I mean, you are a bit of a go-to man, aren't you? Obviously, that's something that's really paid dividends for you down through the years. Um, is that something that sort of plays on your mind a little bit, that you know that you're riding horses that perhaps next time you won't ride, but I guess in the meantime you're riding big winners on them, so I guess you just take every opportunity. Is that how you look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Every single horse that I hope on, I just want to do my best. And on the day when I received the call to ride that horse, I know he's a chance in the race.
Mm.
So I was pretty patient to ride him. Like even before the race, I know I'm riding one of the best horse in the race. So and I must say, I got the job done. Of course, it was a pickup ride, but like I say, you want to do your best as possible, to get the best result for everyone, like for the owner and trainer and the punters, all that. And yeah, I'm glad that I did my best. So we got the result, yeah, and end up, the winner. It doesn't matter you'll be on it next time or not. And yeah, I'm just hope that I'll get back on him soon again. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be great if you do. Obviously, he's a very, very good horse, as you say. Just talking of some of your feature race wins, Harry. We'll go back to the
It's,
very beginning.
sorry, mate, yeah, it's funny,
Go on.
that pickup ride. It happened in 2016 at the same race when I won on Titanium
Of course,
pickup
yeah,
ride from Manuel Nunes. So it was my second Stewart Cup winner on Siam Blue Vendor. So
yeah,
yeah, it's amazing, like how things happen. Sometimes things when it comes, like it means to be yours, it's yours. So
yeah.
I was one of the lucky jockey on the day. So yeah, I've got a couple of cup winner for that race now.
Yeah, it's a nice race to win, isn't it? A Group Two, but obviously your first one was Trudeau back in 2013 in the EW Barker, and obviously in between then, the likes of Wild Geese, a horse I know who you were very fond of, Titanium, as you say. But 2017, Harry, I remember for a while they stuck me out on the pony. Whether or not that was a good or a bad thing, I don't know, but I managed to stay on him. But I had the privilege of interviewing you after a QE2 Cup on Gilt Complex. Talk us through that, because that must have been obviously fantastic for you. I know, that day meant a lot to you. And to say, Harry Kasim, Group 1 winning jockey, I bet that sounds quite good.
You mean on QE2 Cup? You're
Sorry, the
saying?
Raffles Cup. The Raffles Cup. I'm
Oh,
sorry. The
Raffles Cup.
Raffles Cup,
I
yeah.
mean on Get Complex. You mean?
Yeah. The Group
Yeah,
1,
it
sorry. The
was it
Raffles Cup,
was
yeah.
yeah, it was amazing. I mean, it always been my dream, to win a Group One winner. I rode a few Group Two winners before that, and always been, Group One. It was my target, and happened on the day. So I was absolutely lost my world on the day, really,
Mm.
and yeah, it was amazing, to get the Group One winner, and that's every jockey's dream to ride a Group One winner. So yeah, I was absolutely yeah, really over the moon on the day.
And how long did that take to sink in, Harry? Obviously, because I mean, there obviously are jockeys out there, the likes of Glenn Boss, who we know from Singapore, Hugh Bowman, Frankie Dettori, Ryan Moore, without sort of glamorizing it too much and suggesting that they do it day in day out. I mean, Group One winners come plentiful to these guys, and I imagine obviously they love every minute of it, but they move on to the next one. But how long did it take for you for that race to sink in? Obviously, a big Group One, big prize money, a good horse, the big stage. Was it something that sort of, took you a while to really sink in and think, hang on a minute, I've just won a Group One here?
Oh, look, like every time I ride, like the best thing is, to get the opportunity first to ride in a group race.
Mm,
Like every rides that you get, yeah, like you're just happy enough to be in the game.
sure.
So to get that group one winner, it just something, like you couldn't even imagine. Like, but like I say, to get the rights first, and slowly you start to realize, my day will come.
Mm.
And soon I wrote that winner, and the group one winner. It just it's like every winner is the winner, but being a group one winner is absolutely something like hard to forget, really.
Yeah, ultra special,
And
isn't it? Um, what about last year, Harry? Now, you got on a horse called I'm Incredible. He ended up being Horse of the Year. You won a couple of Group 3 handicaps on him. Talk us through what type of a horse he was to ride, because, I mean, he went from, well, I don't want to say, zero to hero because he wasn't that bad, but I mean, this was a horse that was racing at Kranji D and then eventually went to Group 1. But you took 2 Group 3s on him. And what sort of a horse is he?
yeah, he's an upcoming horse. I must say he's got good potential. And like you say, to win from Kranji D up to Group One level, it's like not easy for the horse to do it. And yeah, he's the horse that I must say, he's probably the best horse I rode here in Singapore. He's
Oh,
an
yes.
easy horse to ride. And yeah, I must say that he's pretty good horse. He's gonna do more. Like, uh, but yeah, I must say that it's pretty good horse. Name. Look, to get, like to win a group 3 and up to Group 1 level,
Yeah.
it just not easy things to do for the
No,
horse.
it's certainly not at all. Obviously, that's just something that some horses have the ability to do, and some obviously don't. So plenty of big wins. Obviously, you've ticked off the list for a feature win this year, which is phenomenal, really, because we haven't had too many feature races, Harry, and you've already won one of the really good ones. Before we get to what you're looking forward to when we return, I want to ask you to cast your memory back to September the 6th, 2013. The night was made famous for a Brazilian jockey riding 8 winners, but there was one race he couldn't ride in, and he certainly couldn't win it. And the man that did win it was yourself. How much do you remember about that? That was when Joe rode the 8, and the only race he couldn't ride in was an apprentice race, and that was your victory.
Yeah, Nick. I mean, that's the day that everyone remember. When Joe wrote 8 rides for 8 winners. And I must say that I'm pretty lucky guy that I'm part of the bit. Like,
Mm,
and it was a 9 races, and I was an apprentice at the time, so there was only race that Joe could not ride.
sure.
So and that's the only race that one left. Like, and it was an apprentice race, and I was the one that rode a winner on that race. So yeah, I must say that I'm a part of that
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's a day that Singapore race fans will never forget.